Hello everyone, today we're going to be talking about using R in Spotfire. Now don't worry, we're not going to be doing anything like this. This is what people typically think of when they hear of R, if they've even heard about it at all. R is the statistical programming language that is, the easiest way to look at it is the open source version of SAS. It lets you pull in packages that are created from mathematicians all over the world and use them to solve some of the most complex business problems that exist today. Within Spotfire, you can incorporate the entire body of knowledge of R. You can use functions, you can tie in data, you can create models, you can do clustering. It's arguably the most powerful part of Spotfire, but many people don't even know how to get started. That's what we're going to do today. Eventually, using Spotfire and R will allow you to place in the hands of your end users some very powerful modeling tools. In this example, we're looking at a seasonal decomposition model, which takes time series data and breaks it apart in both its trend and its seasonal aspects, allowing us to take into account seasonality or adjust for it. But the first thing is first, we have to understand how to actually use R in Spotfire. We have to get data into R from Spotfire and then get data from R back into Spotfire to use. In order to use R, we go to Tools, Register Data Functions, and we input our R script here under Script. It used to be in Spotfire, you had to have the TIBCO Statistics Services. That was an engine that was housed on an external server that did allow you to utilize R from anywhere and on the web. And that still exists, and it's still a valuable service for people utilizing complex functions through the web player. But for the analyst, all analyst license now come with TIBCO Enterprise Runtime for R. TERR is available when you upgrade or install an analyst. This means that all analysts come built in with R. You don't have to do any additional administration, you don't have to do any additional work, it's just there. You can run out of the box any of the standard TIBCO Enterprise Runtime for R functions. You can also add additional packages, functions, to TERR, but for now, we're just focusing on getting it to work. And how do you get it to work? You have to figure out a way to get that data into R and get it back out. Typical way that you get stuff out of things is you have an output, and the typical way that you get stuff into things is you have an input. And that's exactly the way that TERR functions. We have values that we specify using an input variable into this script. These are values that are contained within Spotfire. And we have output values that are going to be outputted by R that go back into Spotfire. All I have to do is tell this script what I'm using as an input, and it's the parameter that I just named input. I'm going to have it displayed as input, and I'm going to allow anything numeric. I'm going to make it a column. This is going to be a way that I can calculate a column. Next, I'm going to use output. I'm going to add the parameter that I named output. Its display name will be power of 4, and it will also be a column. Now these of course do not have to be input, they could be anything that I wanted to. Food could be dog, could be cat, whatever. As long as I specify at this input column that I have an associated parameter with this value. Name cat, script cat. Alright, let's run this thing. Name it something. I'm going to tell the input handler that I'm passing a column into this, because it typed column, I'm able to do that. Let's go to our Superstore data. I'm going to pick a column, sales, and we're going to make our sales really big by taking sales to the 4th power. Output parameter, power 4, we're also going to make that a column, and we're going to have it go to Superstore. Map to input rows, obviously not, since it's going to the same table. And we just run OK. And we just ran an R script. It was that easy. Let's take a look at our raw data. We're in the Superstore data set, and there we go. There is our output parameter, taking sales to the power of 4. It's that simple to start using R in Spotfire. Now that we've gone over how to use R in Spotfire, let's have a quick review of what we've learned. First, in order to use R, most importantly, you've got to find it. It's in Tools, Register Data Functions. That's where you'll see your TERR engine scripting. Next, you've got to get data into R. So you assign data from Spotfire to R through input parameters. These parameters are assigned to variables within the R script. The input variable that I created and turned into cat. Next, you assign data from R to Spotfire through output parameters. Those also must be variables present in R script, the variable that I specified as output. Finally, I want to be sure, because this is a part that trips me up often, make sure to verify your data type. You can have a single value, a column, or a new data or new table. This would be something in your output where you would have a calculation that would create a table. If you want any more information, please contact our organization at the address rapid@syntelli.com. Thank you very much.